right, here we are. Door number 12, which is over here. So let's see what we have. Oh, it's some stamps. Oh, a snowman and a cute little snowflake. Well, how cute is that? All right, we will make something with this. All right, so here's our snowman and our snowflake from today's door, and those are really cute. I really like those a lot. So I brought in the wording from the other day. I'm going to use Christmas, but I did bring in a Merry from the watercolor Christmas that was separate. Since we don't say Happy Christmas here in the United States, we say Merry Christmas. So I grabbed a Merry that was separate. This is going to go on the inside of the card. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I've made a lot of flat front cards, so this time I'm going to make a Z-fold card, and so that way I want to decorate the inside too. So I have my 10 by 7 scored at 2.5 and at 5 to make the Z-fold. I have a teal colored 5 by 7, which is going to be the front panel here. For the inside, I have a 1.5 by 7 white, a 1 3/4 by 7 of the same teal color, and this is going to go like this and be up against the inside here. And I'm going to stamp this with the snowflakes. This, I'm going to have the snowman, this 3 by 5, the snowman, and Merry Christmas. This is a 1.5 by 6, which I'm going to stack behind the snowman like this, which I'll have the snowflakes on. And then I think I'm going to stamp the word Christmas all over this and have this as the background on top of here. At least that's the plan. And I've grabbed some markers to color. I have B02, BG49, BV04, B23, W1, and from Gina K, I have light lilac and powdered blue inks and black to stamp my sentiment. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see how far this takes us. So let me grab my stamping platform, and we will start with the snowman with all of this. So I'm going to start with the 3 by 5. I'll put this down here. You scoot that up there so I don't smudge it. Because if there's a way to smudge it, I will find a way. So I need the snowman. Flip this over. It'll be about here. I have the Christmas. And I need the Merry. And I will put some ground here with the snow. So I think like that. Let me pick this up. Well, I don't like the way that's smudged. All right, let me stamp the back side of this. All right, that's good. So now let me bring in the 2 strips. We have the 1.5 by 7. And we have the 1.5 by 6. And I'm going to be putting the snowflakes on here. All right, let me close up the black. Because I'm thinking I'm going to stamp these in a color. Put that in the center.
Let me grab some scrap here so I can test this out. All right, that's gonna look good. I think that's probably good. All right, so those are now stamped. So now we need to bring in the 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And we'll put this on here. A little bit of a smudge here. Let me get that off. All right, so let me grab the Christmas. And first I'm going to do the powdered blue. Let me bring in some light lilac. All right, so that's all stamped. All right, so all we have left to stamp is this middle part, but I think I will need to put this on here first to see where I should stamp it. Then this will come up like this. So this will be about here. All right. And this I'm going to stamp in black. You know what, I'm going to turn this in the other direction so I can have it hanging off here. Make sure that didn't move. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, I think everything is now stamped. So let's put this together. We have our 5 by 7 panel. The 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 is going to go on here. And that doesn't appear to be cut straight. All right, let me cut that. Six and 3/4. Oh, that was 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Yep, that was not cut straight. There we go. Now that's straight. So now that will bring this piece in here. And this will be on here. All right, this is going to go on the inside. All right, I'm going to edge these. All right, so this will be on here. This is going to be on here. And this will be on here. I think I want to put a little bit of color on one of these, but first let me grab my art liner to put some snow on here. So I'm just going to take a line, decide where I want the snow to be, and draw a line. wavy line. There we go, just like that. So now we need to color the snowman. Alright, so I had a camera malfunction. It shut off and I didn't realize it till I was done with my card. So this is what I finished up with. And I went back, I cut out more panels, and I'm going to try to start at about the spot that the camera died. So I believe it stopped where this was colored. So that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to bring in C1 to kind of go around the edge of the snowman, just to give him a little depth. I'm going to go into his hat. And I'm going to go across the snow underneath him. Give him a little shadow here. And then I'm just going to put some little wiggles here, just to give the snow a little something. Now I'm going to take my sparkle pen, and I'm going to go over the snow. Give it some sparkle. I'm going to give the snowman some sparkle. Not as close, just the snowman. Now I'm going to take my blue blending brush, and I'm going to take what's left on here, and I'm going to give it some sky. I believe this is Gina K powdered blue is what was on here. And I just don't want it stark white. There, so now that panel looks pretty much like that one. All right, so now let's bring in the two panels I have where I etched in black and I put the snowflakes on it. So on here, I decided it looked better with a little bit of color on it. So I took some Gina K Sea Glass and I just put a little bit of color on here. Okay, so now that looks like that. What was here and here. So now I'm going to take the one that was 7 inches long, and I'm going to glue it onto the green panel. And this will get glued inside the card. And once again, I'll bring it about 1/4 inch from the side, just to give it a little trim. That off. Alright, so now the inside looks like my original. Put this up here, bring in my panel. So this I did leave white, so we'll glue this together. This will go in the middle. Alright, so if you look here on the front, I'll hold it up this way. The rectangle, the skinny rectangle here with the snowflakes on it, I put it on 1/16 foam. And this I wanted higher, so this is on 1/8 foam. You can do this by either doubling up on whatever foam you have, but I do have the 2 thicknesses, so that's what I'm going to use. So let me get my scratch paper out of the way here. So this is going to get the 1/16 foam. And I will line this up to where the sides, this side, the top, the bottom, and the side will all have the same spacing. So that looks good. So now this, one side of this is only going to need a 1/16 foam, and this side over here is what's going to need the 1/8 to make it stick up. So I'm going to cut a piece of the 1/16, make sure I'm putting it on the correct side. That will go on this side. And then this foam is 1/8. It's twice the thickness. So like I said, you can either double up on the foam you have or use that. I think I'll put a second strip here. Give it a little more stability. And I will attach this. Now this I want to bring more toward the center. There we go. So see, it gives it a little bit more dimension. So now all that's left to do is to glue it on the front. Press that down. So now we have a Z-fold. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So they're both the same. So if you like this, give me a like. If you want to see the rest of the videos for the rest of the month, subscribe and you can get a notification every day when I post the videos. And until tomorrow, stay crafty.